Let's give a quick catch-up from last week.
Hello to Maddie and Nikki. Well, how about I just say where we left off
after stumbling blindly around the castle.
We basically ended up back in the foyer
and then locked in
with
a bunch of
statues
who won't let us leave.
With cages
body at our feet because we're hoping to put cages into the carriage before Strahd or anybody found out.
However,
the dragons and the gargoyles aren't letting us go.
And we tested
our theory, but sadly they're not letting us go.
But yeah,
apart from that, there wasn't a lot that happened. There was a lot of
stumbling around,
finding rooms,
ear stealing
gold. I remember a bit of Benny Hill carrying on when you were running out, and it was on people were appearing and disappearing, and I just sat and laughed.
Are you thinking
about the spiders?
Yeah.
Forgotten all about them.
They're like a dim, distant memory.
So, you are now all standing in the main reception hall, just to the north of where you all dined almost 20 odd hours, 22, 23 odd hours ago with his Lord Strahd. And the gargoyles have reassumed their stone overwatch positions around the various aspects of this octagon-type shaped room that you're in. The doors leading to the west, where you encountered the dragons that were also stone-like at each corner of that particular entree area. And then the doors leading out to where you last knew the carriage was are all sealed, including the ones to the east with the long corridor leading back to the chapel. So, with that said, the gargoyles have moved back. The party is laid in where the yellow blob is. I assume that you guys can see the yellow blob there. That is the body of your previous adventuring compatriot, Cage, wrapped up in some rolls of carpet. And the remainder of you, all 6 of you, are standing in the middle of this particular area. And now, what would you like to do?
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Is that right, Dunk?
It's coming close to the time that you arrived.
So it's almost
dark. So Strahd will be up soon. Okay. I would say just.
Should we just wait until we get let out?
Yeah.
After about 20 minutes, you hear
Sorry.
a bleep bleep bleep. And Strahd's alarm goes off and he wakes. Oh, jeez. He stumbles to find his iPhone and turn it off. Are you good, Rhea? She's good. From the south, suddenly entering into the hallway from the stairs above, Rahardin makes his entry, and he moves towards you all and stops just here. Good afternoon, or dare I say good evening. My lord will be joining us within the hour to bid you a farewell. The coach will be brought around, and it is time for you to depart.
Thank you, Rohardin.
And he looks at you all, and he's like going very sort of like the stare an auditor gives someone.
If we should wait for Strahd, or if we should discuss a few things with him. I said I found this very cool statue I'd love to pay for. And
we are waiting for Rahadin just said going to come.
No. But if we can ask Rahadin the question, like, can I pay Rahadin or the accountant for the statue, or should we wait for Strahd to discuss price? And I'll show him the statue that I took.
Rahadin just slowly sort of orientates towards you, Starfire. And with pursed lips, just stares for a moment as he looks at the object that you're holding up.
Okay.
And he speaks very slowly and almost monotonely to you.
Okay.
My lord is not interested in any financial transactions. You were advised that you should not break the rules and the bounds of his protection. It is good that you have declared this and asked, but I should suggest to you that you hand it to me, for his lordship will not part with anything from Castle Ravenloft. This I know, for many have come before you. You are at, of course, liberty to discuss this with his lordship, but this is my counsel to you. And with that, he then sort of turns and he begins to sort of walk back down, because as he said, within, about now 20 odd minutes, Strahd will be there, and he disappears into the dining room.
Was Esmeralda just standing there with us all of that time?
Yes, she was.
And he didn't say anything. Okay.
So I'm going to let you have agency, guys. So you have agency. So for Esmeralda.
Okay.
Well, more than one of us has an item, don't we?
Yes. I know. Ian needs to declare the money she found as well in the back passage. What's the back room? That secret room behind the fireplace.
I'm not declaring shit.
Particularly from the back passage, let me just say.
Behind the fireplace, there's that passage. Okay. And who else said something?
They just asked.
I might have something. I think I'm inclined to declare it, but.
What are you doing, Fisk? You've moved over to the northeast corner. What are you doing?
I'm just walking around a little bit, rather than just standing still. Just inspecting, looking alert, keeping alert.
Give me a perception check while you're doing that. Okay, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Chatting amongst ourselves.
Is there anything else you wish to discuss in any specific detail before the hands of time move forward?
I'm going to go and check on Cage's body again, and you may get a message.
I'm just thinking like if you declare what you've got to old mate, he might just get very upset and freak out.
I think if you don't declare it, he'll know.
I think he's going to know either way. Like he may as well get away with it and get it, and him get angry later because he already kind of hates us. Instead of not getting it and getting angry at you regardless.
He's probably got spies all through the castle, right? So he probably knows what's what. So I would say declare everything we found and offer him a price, and then.
Do you know what I might do? Might just declare the mace, not declare the money, and then offer a price for the mace. Pay him with the money lifted from the soldier.
Oh man.
That could backfire very badly on all of us, given we're outnumbered in this castle.
Well, I mean, it was just a dead body in the castle. It wasn't his money.
Well, you don't know. It wasn't Strahd's money because it's on his property, right? So we break the truce if we steal something. So I think you have to declare it.
Just be 1 second, everyone. I'll just be 1 second, everyone.
Yeah. I do love that photo Bern's got behind him. So cool.
That's
so cool.
His has just arrived. So, Maddie, you may or may not know this, but your dad bought me the glisse of that. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
So,
he
like,
showed it to me before he bought it. He showed it to me before he bought it.
So you can get a print,
Looks really cool.
or you can get it's called a glisse, which is like as close as you can get to an original painting. And so he's got me a signed glisse from Caldwell, who did this. And I think I've shown you guys my spot waiting for it up in the back of my room.
Yes, we've seen the spot.
So we've seen the spot. Bernard's just arrived, and mine should arrive next week. So, yeah, so it was like, yeah, really nice of your dad to purchase that for me.
Well, we were debating for ages. What's it actually called? I say glick. What do I say? Glick. What are we were calling it something weird for ages.
I'm gonna go glick. Glick's good. I like glick.
Dad, what were we calling them?
I can't remember now. What are you talking about? The glisse. What are you talking about? The
yeah, but we weren't calling them glisses.
No,
we
were
calling them glisses.
No,
we were calling
Lick
or some Lick or some Lick, some shit like that.
Rahardin enters, and he stands again a little closer this time, and he basically all of you guys have sort of moved around a little bit, having a few chats, and he says, I assume that you have collected everything that you need from your accommodation at Castle Ravenloft. Is this true?
I believe so.
Yes.
We picked up everything, including...
I have asked for the carriage to be brought round. His lordship and his consorts will be upon us momentarily. If there is anything else that you wish to do before you depart the Ravenloft, I suggest that you do it now. You have maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And with that, he just basically takes a couple of steps back and just stands in the center of the corridor and just sort of folds his hands over, very elf, dusk elf-like, like from Lord of the Rings, sort of. It's just serene, like just a picturesque, serene bit of evil, really.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just wait for Strahd to appear so we can talk to him about these items.
Does Rahardin seem to have noticed Cage's body?
Are you doing an inside check? Was that what you were asking me? Are you doing an inside check? Well, let's see how that goes.
I will do an insight check.
You sort of do note that Rahardin has actually, like I sort of alluded to, he had like an auditor look to his face. And he's kind of like just done some very simple numbers. Like there's one body, there's the Dragonborn, there's the Druidy hippie one, there's the sort of weird one with horns, there's the little one that no one really pays much attention to. There's Strahd's love of his life, and there's some other strange woman that just seems to have appeared. You kind of get that feeling that he might have picked up the fact that Cage is dead and Esmeralda is just like standing next to Ia. But at that particular point, as that becomes evident to you, Rahardin breaks the silence and your concentration and your thoughts. His Lordship, Lord Strahd von Zarovich, and he sort of points up to the stairs, and as you see now, Lord Strahd, followed closely by Ludmilla, Valenta, Anastasia, Escher, are all now on the staircase above you. Strahd looks down to you. He is the most forward to you. You should be able to see that on the various on your map.
Okay.
Can you guys see that? So Strahd has stepped forward.
Mhm.
He's the closest. Valenta is next. And then obviously Anastasia, Escher, and
Isn't that Ludmilla?
Sorry?
Isn't that Ludmilla?
Yeah, Ludmilla is the next one up. So there's
Yeah.
Strahd,
That's
Ludmilla.
Ludmilla.
Yep, then
Oh,
there's
that's Ludmilla.
Anastasia,
Oh, that's
Escher,
Ludmilla.
and Valenta. So these are all his consorts.
All of them are there.
Yeah.
All of them are there. Weren't there four?
There are four.
Strahd speaks. I am pleased that you have had an enjoyable day here in my home. I appreciate that you have respected the terms of our arrangement. This has not always been the case when I invite guests into my home, but for all of you, I am very thankful that you have let my home be a restful and somewhat mysterious and exciting opportunity for you to explore. I am proud of what I have built here, and it is certainly my desire that you enjoyed everything that was on offer. And now it is time for us to say farewell. I have asked for the coach to be brought around, and you shall be returned from whence you come. Do you have any questions before you go?
I'll step forward and I will thank Strahd very much for his hospitality.
It is my pleasure.
And the enjoyable
something that I most enjoy.
There were a couple of things we found when we were exploring, and we were hoping that you may be up for a trade, and I'll show him the statue that I've bonded with. I said I found this, it was calling to me. So I was hoping that you may be willing to part with it for a price.
Oh, my dear Starfire.
Is that a no?
All of a sudden,
Is that a no?
Ireena steps forward.
Okay.
Can I grab her arm? Can I grab her arm?
It's too late.
Goes too
My
far?
lord. She says, looking down and looking somewhat humble. Please forgive my friends. And Strahd looks at her and he says, my darling Tatiana, Ireena. He sort of shakes his head a little and looks at her. He says, have you made a decision, my darling? Will you join me here in what is your natural home? And Ireena looks up from having begged forgiveness for her comrades, and she looks up and she says, Lord Strahd, I have thought deeply of your offer. And yes, I wish to stay. I wish to become one with you and to make Ravenloft my home. And she moves now towards Strahd, who takes another step down the steps. And he holds his hand out. And she takes it. And he brings her up. And he turns his attention directly to her. And you see his face is almost human again. You perhaps sense a glitter of joy wash across his eyes. But in that moment he turns back to you all, still holding her hand aloft and high. And he says, as she's now very much next to him, Wolfrel, you do notice that Valenta, her persona has changed. And you look across to her left and you see Escher, who remains the same. But then you see nothing but hatred flashing across Anastasia's eyes. And she glares down, seemingly at the point where Strahd's hand has held Ireena's aloft and remains so. Strahd says to you, "It is the case then that Ireena wishes to remain with me here and become my bride. For this, I am most thankful to you who have kept her safe since the untimely death of her father. So I am inclined to accept all your minor indiscretions and allow you to leave, including with you, to Avinia. And I have a message for your master. Come and face me. Come and face me, Van Richten. You have snuck into my home, and yet you have bonded yourself to this people. And for that, I shall take no action, for tonight you collectively have delivered my true love. You have murdered, but you have not murdered one of mine. You have murdered one of your own, and you shall be welcome to take his body from here and do as you wish. So thank you."
I'll step forward and I will try to explain about Cage. Strange magics afoot. Strange magics afoot. And before we leave,
Shush!
Ireena.
Do not bore me with details. If you wish to murder yourselves, this is of no concern to me. It is but some mild amusement in the otherwise dark and lonely night.
Great.
I have asked Rahadin to prepare the carriage. You shall leave now. Ireena shall stay here.
Is Ireena safe here, though?
She is safer here than she is anywhere else. And then Ireena pipes up and says, I have appreciated all you have done for me. But if you think of it from my perspective, I have fled my home, my brother, under your protection. Yet, where is it that I shall be safe? Where shall I turn? You cannot protect me forever. My brother has only paid you to deliver me safely to Vallaki. And now Vallaki is now under the controls of Lady Vakta. Where should I turn? Here, this
Probably
is my
not
home.
to the person that we were supposed to protect you from.
Yes, but where should I go? Where should I go?
Point here.
Babe, we didn't think this through.
You're part of our party now. We never asked for any more money for you to stay with us if you wanted to be safe with us. One of the party. We consider you
Where
one
shall
of
I
the
end
party.
up? Here I have a home. There are portraits of me or some form of me. I am so confused.
That's vanity speaking. You have a home where you believe you have a home.
Lord Strahd steps forward. And he says, the carriage is here to take you. It is very simple. You can resist my will and Ireena's will to be wed, and I shall kill you all now. Or you can go now, and I promise you a sporting chance to survive the 10-day to our wedding, at which, if you live, You may return as my protected guest. For the hunt shall...
Righto.
So we've got an invite to the wedding. Woohoo. Woohoo!
He's going to start exiting. He told us to
Strahd
leave.
looks rather miffed that you're talking over him in his well-rehearsed monologue. And he just glares at you both.
Get used to it.
The hunt will begin at sunset tomorrow, and with that he turns, and the doors here to the east immediately open.
Just to clarify, the hunt. You're hunting us?
And with that, Strahd is already walking up the stairs, and he pays no heed to you as he and Ireena and his party move up into the stairs.
God.
10 days to the wedding. 10 days to the wedding. 10 days to survive. Sounds a bit ominous, doesn't it?
We should have just left when he came down.
Would you like someone to assist you with your friend's body, or are you managing to load it yourselves?
We'll do it ourselves. We'll be okay.
We can do it. Yeah, we can do it.
So the doors to the immediate east are open, and I'll just let you guys describe. Rahadin remains in that southern corridor entree, and so far I've got Ear and Fisk moving into it. Esmeralda moves as well, so just let me move her over there.
I'm dragging the body, by the way.
I'll help you.
I don't know. I can't.
I'll help you.
So the rest of you then assist dragging the body.
Yeah, we'll drag the body.
As you enter into the the area, Rahadin then basically moves to the center of the doors. He says, "Thank you for visiting Castle Ravenloft. I shall extend invitations to you in a couple of days, and should you survive my lord's play, you are more than welcome to return in the 10-day for the wedding. I have much to do to prepare." And with that, the doors basically just slam shut. About 5 seconds later, the doors open, and you see the black carriage parked just before you.
Okay. Dragging Cage's body as we go. So the hunt begins at sunset tomorrow. So we'll be back in Vallaki.
So, Wolfrel, what are you doing? Are you remaining in the room in that entry court?
Sorry. Oh no! Sorry. I'm helping with the body. I'm helping with the body.
As you get the body out, the door slowly, with a very ominous creak and a very solid thud, close. Almost simultaneously, the door to the black carriage opens, and you can see candlelight flickering. There is a rider. Sorry, not a rider, a driver of the coach, all dressed in black as you've seen before. He's motionless. The horses, their breath misting in the early evening light, or early evening mist and cool.
Are they real horses?
Give me an insight check, or give me a nature check, actually. As far as you can tell, they seem to be real horses. They are absolutely pitch black, but their breath, their chests are heaving against the cool night air, and they seem appropriately, not nervous, but sort of attention as they wait to pull the coach away, as they've been essentially told by the coach master to wait until you are loaded. So the door is open and there is a luggage area at the back where you could put Fisk, but let me know what you guys want to do.
We put cage in the luggage. Put cage in the luggage basket.
So you load Cage's body onto the back of the coach.
Yep, and then we'll put some bags on top of him.
Right.
What fits in.
And I was slipping my finger back out of his wrappings as we did that.
Yeah.
My Ireena's figure.
On the bright side, as we climb into the carriage, I say I got to keep my statue. I got to keep my statue. Ia got to keep her money and her mace.
I just shoot dagger of a stare and just go. If he hadn't said anything, it would have been one party member bigger. We should have just left. Like I said.
As you climb into the coach, and again the red plush interior, it's immediately obvious that there's someone else inside it.
Ooh.
Who is that?
A figure in the forward left-hand side is wrapped in an expensive sort of coat for warmth against the chill in the air, and a rather sort of flash and plush hat. And as you have all sort of chatted as you've made your way in, Esmeralda, the last to join, as she suddenly sort of sits where Cage sat on the way in, you realise that Lord Vasily is there.
Oh, okay.
The door shuts, and the coach begins its journey.
So, Lord
across
Vasily.
the bridge
Lord
of
Vasily.
Ravenloft and into the long road to the west. So, let's just pause there for 2 seconds while I move you all back to a map.
I look at Wolfrule going. It's him. Sure, Lord Vasily is Strahd. He has some shifting powers, I'm sure. But then that would mean Ireena's alone in the castle, which would be really bad.
Surely you should leave Ireena. Surely you should just do that. After she just did that.
Think, right? Yeah, you would think, right? Else has some sort of shape-shifting powers.
I feel bad about leaving her there. I can't believe she did something so stupid.
Yeah. But it fits with the whole. Cage attacking me with fangs, right? That one of them does have some sort of shape-shifting powers.
Oh yeah.
Unless it's just a spell. Okay. We'll ask Lord Vasily what he's doing. Sitting in the carriage at Ravenloft.
Give me a sec, I just got to find where I've put you guys on this map.
Pat my cat. Hey, trouble. Good boy.
I think it's down here for some reason. Oh yeah, there's the party. Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, right. Ignore that drawing. I don't know if you can see it. That's just me trying to move your token.
That's okay.
Well, you're at Ravenloft anyway, so that's actually absolutely perfect. Alright, I shall now just try and delete that. Right, so you're in the coach, so hopefully you guys are all on scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Departing the castle. So, across the bridge. So, you are now in the So, departing Castle Ravenloft in the coach. Vasily looks up and goes, what has happened? Your composition has changed.
I'm just going to ignore it and go. I'm just going to ignore it and go. Why are you here?
This is a very good question, Lord Vasily says. And he looks at you and he says, allow me to introduce myself, as he sort of puts out his hand towards Esmeralda. So I'm giving you guys agency over Esmeralda now, so what do you want to do?
Okay.
Maybe we should let her introduce herself. We'll let her introduce herself,
and then
see how she wants to play it.
Completely. Yeah.
So she introduced herself. I am Esmeralda. It is great to meet you. And you are... I am Lord Vasily. I have come from what used to be Valaki. And I have come with a message for your friends. You may regret the company that you have kept, but this is yet to be seen.
Can he elaborate on that a bit more? Why are we sorry?
Regret our company. Look how beautiful our women are.
This is true. Give me 2 secs. So
even our little dwarf is so cute.
Let's just ask him to unwrap that message a bit. What's the message in full and who's it from? What's the message in full and who's it from?
Give me 2 seconds.
Don't delete. Crap. Don't delete. This one.
So Vasily then sort of turns from sort of looking Esmeralda up and down.
As he does.
As he does.
As he does.
And he says, I thought it appropriate that I warn you. So I joined the carriage for your return trip to Vaktaholt. You must know that Lady Vakta has charged and convicted you of treason.
What?
And you will be executed upon your return. For you must also know now that Strahd's protection has lapsed. And if you return to Vaktaholt, you'll be taken prisoner and executed at dawn. I thought it would be appropriate for me to come and tell you this. You, my Lady Esmeralda, you, my Lady Esmeralda, you, of course, are unknown to Lady Vakta, and you, of course, could perhaps return with me. But I give my strongest advice that you consider your options. Do not return to Vaktaholt, for your doom will be ensured, and I will be unable to protect you, for Strahd's protection has elapsed, and you are now simply prey to him, to be played with and consumed.
Do you think we could get carriage to take us to the Dusk Elves and sneak in and just say, look, we need to go get the Sun Sword now? Because we were going to meet them in so many days, and I think we've still got a few days to wait, don't we? According to the schedule.
Is that what you're asking, Vasily?
I'm going to ask Vasily how he how he was able to gain access to Lord Strahd's carriage.
Good question.
I simply joined it for the return journey.
And Lord Strahd allowed that?
Lord Strahd has allowed many things that I do. I think you are aware that I at times am his agent. I have not hidden this from you.
Okay. I think we need to make a plan. We can always get carriage to drop us off outside of the village, and Esmeralda can continue on. Find Van Richten, bring him to us. But we need to get a message to our pals, the Dusk Girls, don't we?
Esmeralda says, my carriage is at Van Richten's tower, and it is much further past Valaki, but you could go to the tower, but I have not seen Van Richten for such a long time.
He was at the circus when we saw him last. Perhaps we need to find the circus.
Is not the circus in Valaki? Says Vasily.
Valaki's now Vakhtahol, right?
Vakhtahol. These things, they will change. They will change. I still am yet to fully appreciate where we're at. So I've just moved the carriage along a little further.
So I think the carriage take us to Van Richten's tower instead of to Vakhtahol, do we think? Does Vasily have an opinion on that, seeing as he seems to be such good buddies with Strahd's agents?
I do not consider myself a good friend of Strahd's agents, for I have interests here, and he looks at you here. And he says, but I do not ever pretend to change Lord Strahd's will. If it is his will that the carriage returns you to Vakhtahol, then that is where the carriage shall go. Of course, should you wish to disembark along the way, you would be, of course, able to do that.
We could have one of us go around the side of the carriage and sort of try and get the carriage to stop, right?
Vasily says, I'm sure we could get the carriage to stop. It is, of course, custom, should you wish to have a call of nature, that the carriage will stop.
Okay.
So the pace of the carriage is increasing now, as it's sort of moving past the sort of difficult, sort of hilly terrain from Castle Ravenloft and getting more onto the sort of main roads. So another couple of miles have passed, and it's like starting to. It's a sort of almost rhythmic feel to it. It'd be quite easy to fall asleep, given that you've all had a very big day.
Maybe we should get off sooner than later.
Well, it was about a day's journey. It was about a day's journey, though, wasn't it? It's going to take us quite a long time to get back, isn't it? I think it was 5 hours in the carriage. I think it was 5 hours in the carriage, wasn't it?
To make it to the carriage, absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So I'm with Woofle. Let's have a look. At the map. Determine where the carriage can drop us off.
So you haven't yet gone through the gates to the Ravenloft gates on the western side. You know, the large ones that you originally, right at the beginning, you saw those big ones on the eastern side. Yeah. They're replicated on the western side, and then I don't know if you can see the map, but there's a road that branches almost due east, and one that continues down south, which goes over the bridge, which is back to the Sare Pool where Lady Eva's camp was, and back to the village of Barovia. The road continues to the sort of northwest, which will take you windingly past the old windmill, and then down the old Salovich Road. directly to what is now Vakterholt. It used to be Valaki, and then, as you know, you can cross the bridge there and head to the winery, and then beyond the winery there's Yester Hill. Those are all the things that... I beg your pardon?
Where's Van Richten's Tower then?
Where's Van Richten's Tower then?
Is it past the Luna River crossing?
Esmeralda says yes, it is. It's many miles west of the... it is on the shore of Lake Baratok.
Did we stop? I think we stopped. Did we stop? I think we stopped. We didn't go in, didn't we? We didn't go in.
No, you haven't seen the tower.
We haven't seen that tower. We haven't seen that tower.
We saw a tower there though. Something or a caravan or something.
I don't think you saw the tower.
I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah.
I remember
we did see something in the distance.
Oh yes, you did see something in the distance actually. Yes, far off in the distance, you did see a tower. Yeah, that's correct. So you're now coming up to the gates.
That's okay. And can I just check? With the map then? The Dusk Elves. The Dusk Elves are located to the east, Vakterholt, or to the west? Vakterholt or to the west? Do we know?
I thought they were to the west.
I can't remember. For some reason, I thought they were to the east. That's why I'm checking. Could be a false memory. Who remembers where the Dusk Elves camp was with the Vistani?
I can't remember.
Can I roll for history? And suddenly my memory will become...
Yeah, no, that's not how that works.
Damn it. I don't remember. Well, if Lady Vakterholt has determined that we're treasonous and should be executed, then I'm sure the Dusk Elves will hear of that, right? There's probably posters up all over town. Is that the case, Vasily?
I have seen no posters, but the Dusk Elves I have little to do with.
Do you know where the Dusk Elves are? The Vistani Are they east or west of Valakai? Are they east or west of Valakai?
I believe
or
they're
to the north?
southwest of Vakterholt, but
Past
I
the
would not get
Past the
close
Luna-
to Vakterholt if I was you. As I said, Lady Vakter has already convicted you, and you must know that Isaac, the captain of the guard, has been found, and he is now sworn fealty to Lady Vakter, and he is now charged with hunting you down upon your return. I suspect he will ambush this very coach.
What if we?
No, you go.
Sorry. No, you keep asking questions. I was going to suggest
we get off before Valakai and then make our way through the forest and then edge around Lake Saravich.
Yeah, I was going to suggest something similar. Maybe we should get off early, even as that windmill.
Did someone else move the token, or what happened there? That was weird.
No, not me.
Yeah.
No, not me.
I didn't move.
No, I was.
I agree with you, Nikki. I think we need to get off earlier than later because if someone's already looking at the carriage to hunt it, the quicker we're off it, the better we're off it.
I've been up all night, and we're going to get lulled, and we're suddenly all going to fall asleep.
Yeah, because we've got a great track record with staying awake.
Agreed. Yeah.
And watches and stuff like that. Okay, so can you see the big map? Wider map. Okay, so when you look at it and you come past the windmill, you see the first bare patch off the road once we get into that old Savalik Road. That we exit there. I was thinking that we exit there without patches. So we're sort of hidden by the forest. So we're sort of hidden by the forest in some ways as we then skirt around the entire lake. No, we have to cut the bit.
We could, because if we do just get off at the we're going to have to go cross country. We're going to have to go cross country a long way around.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. If we go through that break, so that's what I was thinking. If we go through that break and then we follow the lake, Lake Saravich, it could be easier walking. Could be easier walking. And then we've just got to try and get past that. And then we've just got to try and get past that northern road. It's a road to the edge of the lake. Looks like it's a road to the edge of the lake. Summer tourism, bathing. I don't know. Tourism, bathing. And then we can skirt around the next bit of forest. And then we can skirt around the next bit of forest to the Lunar River Bridge. And then cross.
I wonder where the bridge is at that. I wonder where the bridge is at that stand with lady.
You see out onto your left-hand side the windmill.
I think we just get off. I don't
like the windmill idea because of the witches. I don't like the windmill idea because of the witches. I don't trust them.
But I think if we wait too much longer, we're going to be too close to Valakai.
You don't think coming around that
I think they will be too close. Old mate said don't go anywhere near it.
Yeah, but I guess
even the Dusk Elves were southeast, even the Dusk Elves were southeast, not in Vasily said don't go. And Vasily said don't go to the Dusk Elves because they're too close.
So if you're saying scouts. So if we get off at the windmill, then it's literally just heading due west. We won't be able to cross the river. We won't be able to cross the river easily, though.
To the
Lunar River if we're going west. To the Lunar River if we're going west, then we're heading towards Argynbosholt, right? To try and find the Dusk Elves.
We probably could get across the river.
There's some sections of river.
Yeah, so head for the narrowest. But we go west from the windmill.
Yeah, through the forest.
Where the werewolves are.
Our friends.
So if we cut across the river there, we could almost arrive at Argynbosholt instead of Valakai.
Yeah. And then face the angry ghosts.
Otherwise, we can follow the path. Down on the edge of the forest. If you don't want to go through the forest, if you don't want to go through it.
I would say if we're going to get off, we're probably coming up close, aren't we? At least the tracks are really weird. But maybe here. Cross north of the windmill to try and avoid the witches.
I reckon we just make the decision to get off because we've got a gravel out. So I'm just gonna distract the. I don't know. Someone yell. I need to pee. Someone yell.
We'll leave Esmeralda with Lord Vasily.
Does she want to come with us? Does she want to come with us?
Well, if we go to
Esmeralda is sort of glaring at you here. And she's opposite you. And she's like got these sort of wide eyes when you said that you'll just leave her with Vasily.
Alright, babe, let's go.
I think she should come with us. I think she should come with us.
Let's just roll out of here. Absolutely. Let's just roll out of here and take her with us. Wants to come. To come.
You want to come with us, don't you, Esmeralda?
Alright,
She gives you a very silent nod. She gives you a silent nod and furtively looks over towards Vasily.
I think she knows something.
I'm gonna start creating a scene so that the guy stops the carriage. So I'm just gonna start yelling. I need to go to the toilet. Stop this carriage immediately.
Lord Vasily leans forward and touches you on your thigh, and he goes, "Rest. I shall stop." And he then releases you, and he thumps against the top of the carriage, and the carriage begins to slow, and then it stops. And he gestures towards the door like this, and the door opens.
Excellent. All of us out.
Yep.
You are.
A wise decision, says Vasily. A very wise decision. Avoid Vakterholt. And I look forward to seeing some of you, I hope, at Strahd and Tatiana's wedding in the Tende.
I'm sure you'll see all of us. Would you mind taking care of Cage's body first?
It will be my pleasure.
Thank you.
And with that, the door shuts.
Cage is having a really bad day.
He really is, isn't he?
I guess if he turns out to be.
The coachman turns and looks at you, and then you hear from inside the carriage. He then turns slowly back, and the carriage begins to pull away. As the lot of you are standing on the edge, in the dark, with the windmill a few miles directly to your west. The carriage continues its mournful procession to the north, and then turns round towards the west and disappears from your sight. And you lose track of its sound amongst as the eerie silence fills your ears. There are no birds, there are no crows. It's just a silent night.
Cool.
Well, at least we were so indecisive about where we were going. Too sure either. We can't be too sure either.
I have a feeling he doesn't really listen to us. He's just in his own head.
Nice to be outside again. I felt much happier.
Lovely.
They look very unhappy. Even if they look very unhappy, I'm still better than stone.
Okay. So I'm going to do a survival kind of check for the best path through.
So when you say through, where is it that you're actually heading now?
We're heading west, aren't we? Sorry.
So due west, you can see against the cloud and the moonlight, you can see the windmill. It is absolutely due west of you.
So we haven't strictly passed it.
Well, you've gone past the road. Can you see the map?
Yeah.
So the road leading up to it is where where the T for the party is. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's where the road runs up. So you've just gone past it. So you're on that sort of. There's a sort of rather large spur line to the northeast jutting out, and you're down obviously in the valley between the spur line to the west and to the east. But you can see quite clearly the windmill up above. Due west.
So we're trying to go around the windmill, right?
You want to go north to Lake Zarovich. I'm wondering if we should go southwest to the Lena River.
I'm going west.
I'm going west.
Like on the broader map, right?
Like on the broader map, this is still going
This
west.
is not going north. This is
So no, this is not going north. This is still going.
Is that not freehand?
Still going
west.
Still going west.
If we go this way,
it's really hard to see.
When you've got such a
stay out of the forest, the edge of the forest,
and away from the werewolf,
and away from the and then across the river, and then across the river.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Rather than go direct.
west. You're going down south.
Well, it's just everyone's warned us about going into the forest and even being a druid. I'm dubious about going into the forest.
Open up the large map again.
Just have to open up the large map
say,
again.
Dad?
Sorry.
What'd you say, Dad?
Let's just follow the road back.
I just said, let's just follow the road back. We're not going to the edge of the road. That way we're not going to the forest and we can traffic.
Right, I see what you're doing.
Right,
Okay,
I see.
yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Okay, yep, no, that makes sense.
Alrighty, are we just moving as one token? Are we just moving as one token dunk?
Yeah, at this stage, just based on this map, yep. You can move yourselves 3 hexagons, and then I need you to stop after you've done 3. I'll let you keep all your drawings up so you can determine where you're going to go. So by the time you've done that, it's almost midnight, and you're all feeling very tired.
Time for a camp.
So you're on the edge of the forest. There's sort of the open savanna and the quite high hill. This is quite a high sort of feature to your south. Of course, you can see Mount Garcus almost to your due southwest. Yeah, with the snow and the icy peaks. But yeah, so you've come a couple of miles, and you're a couple of miles south of the windmill. And so, is this where you wish to stop, or are you intending to continue?
How far is it up to there?
Oh, that will be quite a
distance.
Would almost
Quite a distance.
that'd almost take you to sort of 4 a.m. It'd take several hours to get up there.
Yeah. No. Can we just find a little clearing in the edge of the forest there?
Yeah, sure. Whoever wants to do that, I'll give you advantage on survival.
I'll do it.
We are not surviving.
Collectively, you find an area that looks relatively safe, protected from the elements, and out of any sort of obvious animal tracks that you can see.
We'd be about as good as Bear Grylls without his production team.
So, at this stage, what do you guys want to do? It's now sort of about 1 a.m.
I think we camp, go to sleep.
And set watch. And go to sleep.
So tell me what you're doing.
Esmeralda
says, does anyone have a spare blanket?
I've got a spare one.
I'll take second watch with Esmeralda.
I can take first watch. With Fisk.
So tell me how you're splitting up these watches.
I was only going to watch with Esmeralda because I don't think that we should let her watch all of us alone, because we don't know her that well yet. I'm happy for everyone else to watch alone if they want to, alone if they want to, or together. But probably better to make her watch with someone.
Well, I'll take the third watch then.
That's a pain not having that other member. of the party.
But it's very late. We probably don't all need to watch anyway. It's not like 8 o'clock at night. It's 1 a.m. Probably only a couple of watches left in the night.
Yeah. So Wolfrel, you can sleep. And be awake, and we'll take the watches, and then sleep while we stay awake. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah, Fisk is right. There's not much left in the night. But 2 on watch is better. I think at least if one falls asleep, the other can kick them, wake them up again.
So in that case, then I want you all to do a Constitution saving throw, and if you fail, you'll take a level exhaustion after tonight.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll too?
Did everybody like that nat 20? Did everybody like that nat 20?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're feeling good. You're feeling good.
I'm feeling.
I'm feeling 2 nat 20s.
Very
Look
well.
at that.
Oh, we love it. We love to see it. We love it. We love to see it.
Starfire and
That's
Fisk, you
because
both got a level of exhaustion until your next long rest.
Okay.
How do I set that? How do I set that?
You can set that. I think you should be able to set that in your character sheet under conditions.
Under conditions, okay.
Yeah.
Under conditions, okay.
It should allow you to do that.
Really? Really?
Does it?
Conditions.
Yeah.
Conditions.
Yeah, those two. Those two.
I can see unconscious, blinded, charmed.
It's right at the bottom.
Exhaustion. I missed that. Exhaustion. I missed that. Okay. Sweet. So in theory, exhaustion level 1.
Yep.
Don't come near me if I'm throwing sharp things. Don't come near me if I'm throwing sharp things then. That's what it sounds like. It's going to be some random fails.
Okay. So, during the night...
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.
Nothing of note happens. Dawn breaks its way through the heavy mist. You all begin to stir. Some of you, mostly Fisk and Starfire, do not feel that the night has been kind to you.
Yes.
What's happening to your head, Maddie?
No.
That was weird. It's like you're putting a beanie on.
Did that count as a long rest?
No.
A short rest.
You can do a short rest by all means, absolutely. But that was not a long rest because it was 1 a.m. and it's now like 7.
No. Fucking clearly hasn't been a teenager in a while. The luxury.
Well, didn't you all take shifts?
I didn't. And I didn't. I wanted to use my wild shape to recover my short rest while I had my short
so
rest.
You've done a short rest. Maria, but so who was on watch? Sorry, I must have missed that then again.
So Fisk and I took the first watch. And Esmeralda took second. And Wolfrel got to sleep
the entire time. Okay, so Wolfrel, you've had a long rest. The rest of you only had short rest.
Yeah.
It figures that one of us has to be well rested, right? We'll be fine.
Tell me what you guys wish to do.
The
dawn has broken. The mists are heavy. The wetness in the air is palatable.
I reckon we start packing up our little camp.
Keep wandering. We'll keep following.
Start with our morning small talk. G'day, how's it going? Sleep well. Sleep well. All right. Not bad. How about you?
You can move 3 hexes and then stop. Okay, as you run along the ridgeline, as you get to roughly where you are after a couple of hours, you begin to notice in the distance to the west, high in the sky, seem to be a number of birds, maybe 2-3 miles away, circling over something.
Sounds ideal.
Which way?
Sorry, Bernard, I missed that.
I missed that. The birds are circling where? The birds are
About 3
circling
miles to the west, due west.
To the west.
In the direction we're heading. In the direction we're heading.
3 miles due west. 3 miles due west.
Can I tell what sort of birds they are? Can I tell what sort of birds they are?
Sure, give me a nature check. They appear to be, from this distance, you think they could be ravens or crows.
Hopefully ravens. Hopefully ravens. Does someone give him a wave? Does someone give him a wave? Like a, how's it going? How's it going?
So I'm guessing we're just going to keep following.
Yeah, I guess so. Just be weary. Yeah, I guess so. We might just be weary that we might come across something not so nice.
Try to stay out of sight. We can try to stay out of sight if they come our way. If they come our way.
Until we can figure out if they're friend or foe. Figure out if they're friend or foe. Probably
duck into the edge of the forest. Duck into the edge of the forest if we see them approach.
So you can move one square now and tell me what your, or one hex, and tell me what your intent is around this these birds 3 miles away. Are you heading towards where they're circling, or are you avoiding where they're circling?
Well, it's hard to tell with that singular It's hard to tell with that singular Jamat. Where are they circling? Sorry, over this way or down this way?
Only a couple of miles away.
Over the forest or the open area?
I mean, we're not going to know exactly where they're circling. We're not going to know exactly where they're circling. We're just looking at them as I think we just continue on our path. I think we just continue on our path. And if we encounter them, we encounter them. And if we don't, we don't. But be wary.
We don't have too many choices about where we go.
You might want to see what they're circling.
They appear like if you continued on your westward journey, due west, you would walk underneath where they're circling.
Okay, so we'll keep heading that way.
So, okay, move one more hexagon. Ahead of you, maybe 200-300 yards, you see the birds circling, and you can see something on the ground in a clearing. It is as if the birds sense your approach, and they now scatter and fly to the east, squawking as they fly over you. It's almost as if when they do fly directly over you, they tilt their heads and look at you, and then tilt them back and continue their eastward transit.
It's like they're trying to show us something. It's like they're trying to show us something.
I'll wave. Have a look. I'll wave.
Have a look.
Sorry, what was that, Nikki?
I will wave to them. I will wave to them like they respond and see if they respond.
Yeah, there's no response.
Finger guns. Finger guns.
No guns. No, nothing.
All right, let's have a look at what they were circling. At. It's
clear to you, my good druid friend, that they were not ravens. They were in fact crows.
Towards the body. Towards the body. The thing. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Who's leading? Are you all like in a line? What's your positions?
I'm at the rear. With my bow.
I'm at the rear.
Very clear about that.
I'm at the front.
Certainly not me.
I'm at the front.
I was about to say we're like huddled.
We're chatting as a group at the front. Us girls, us girls, while fisting. Yeah.
Just the way he likes it.
As you approach, you begin to see that there is some sort of body naked in a star pattern. Its arms and its legs unnaturally extended.
Naturally.
Is this an agricultural field? Is this an agricultural field or just savannah? Sorry, savannah.
There's a little
Savannah.
hillock, and the body's on the hillock.
It hasn't been staked out, has it? It hasn't been staked out, has it?
It appears that it has been staked down. The legs and the arms at this distance do appear to be unnaturally prone in a star-type fashion.
Should probably check if he or she is still alive.
So you're about 100 yards away at this point.
Okay, can we see anyone else on the ground? Can we see anyone else on the ground? Towards the edge of the forest, or towards the edge of the forest, or watching?
Yeah, I think we should probably do a perception check at this stage, right? To see what's around. Yeah. Oh, nice one. Oh, nice one. Right. Oh, nice fisk. Right. Oh, nice fisk.
There's no one else around, and is unnaturally quiet.
Okay. Let's go up and investigate. Let's go up and investigate if they're still alive. And see if they're still alive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes obvious as you get closer that
Here?
it is a male.
Okay.
And there is a stake driven through its chest.
It might still be alive though.
So you're about
What if it's
50
a vampire?
yards. You're
What if
50
it's a
yards
vampire?
away. Do you continue to close with this this staked out, proned body?
Yeah. Definitely curious. Definitely curious.
You close with it, and it's beyond doubt now, as you've taken each step with trepidation towards it. Each step has brought to you a slow realization that as you are now less than 10 yards away, the body of Cage is prone before you.
Oh, I knew it'd be Cage.
So did I.
That is just so fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
Craziness.
Can we check for pulse? Can we check for pulse? I'm still curious as to whether this guy is going to be alive or dead, right? I will. Looking. I still think there's something very strange going on. Has anybody else got better medicine check? than me?
I'll give it a go
I think that's called metagaming.
What? Doing medicine checks?
You can't just go, my check was bad. Anybody else you wouldn't know that it's bad. You wouldn't know that it's bad.
So Starfire, and as Wolfrall kneels down next to you, it is without a doubt he is dead. You recognise the very same damage that you did to him is exactly as it is portrayed now, except the stake is in his heart.
Right. Didn't we have no stake in its heart? In his heart when we wrapped it up?
I thought it was taken out. Yeah, is it the same stake?
Does Starfire want to you want to
try and do a check?
Do you want to do a check to see whether it's the very same stake that was
investigation, right?
You're not really sure.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Does he appear to have suffered any additional wounds since we wrapped him up?
Give me a history check. There's nothing else new that you can see. In fact, it's strangely almost identical to how it was when you first encountered him after the incident with Starfire.
Oh, Vasily did a very good job of looking after Cage's body, didn't he?
We didn't specify how to take care of it. I'm surprised that he was so quick at getting it to somewhere like this.
When he was heading in the opposite direction.
That just seems really weird, right? That just seems really weird, right?
Do you think we should unstake his body?
I think we should bury it. Shall we just if it's staked out, he staked out like with stakes through his hands and feet as well? Is it just lying on the ground with a stake through its chest?
Cage is no longer a friend of ours. He's now known only as it.
Hard to get excited. Dunk, is it tied down in any way?
Yes, absolutely tied down. Yeah, the arms and the legs are staked out like in a star pattern.
Yeah, see, that's just weird. Okay, I'm going to cut the ties. Do I notice if there are any rocks around on this plane?
What, for burial type rocks?
Yeah, so we can build a cairn.
You'd be able to find some. Yeah, you'd be able to build a cairn for after about a couple of hours or so. You'd be able to rustle it all up, build it, do it.
Okay.
Anyone have a shovel?
Do you have a shovel?
I don't have a shovel.
I have a shovel.
I don't have a shovel.
I have a shovel. I'm going to start digging. I think that's going to be easier than wasting hours finding rocks. I have a shovel.
Cool.
I will use my shovel.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't have a shovel.
Just so them knows I have shovels. I'm going to be digging with me shovel.
We could burn him.
Okay, so you're burying Cage's body now? Is that what everyone's doing?
Yeah.
So as the midday sun passes, it's now early afternoon, and you have completed burying his body.
Chill.
Without further significant incident.
Which I feel is
As you all stand around, you look down to what is a body of water to the immediate southwest. The forest sort of curving around to the west, and you now, I guess, in the last remaining hours of sunlight before it is again sunset since you left. Please let me know what you want to do.
So we've moved then down to the edge of the water.
Just up the top. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
So we're moving down to the edge of the water.
So you've still probably got 2 hours of sunset, so you can probably move one more hex if you wanted to before sunset, and then you can continue, but noting that it's now been 24 hours since you departed Strahd's company. And many of you are exhausted. What do you want to do?
So we move here? Yeah. To the edge of the water body? To the edge of the water body?
And then let's set up camp. Make camp.
Yeah.
As the sun begins to set.
Yeah.
A storm front moves in.
Of course it does.
lightning flashes from the east. The storm seems to be centered almost directly to the east of you. And contrary to most storms that you've seen that have generated from the south, from the mountains of Mount Garcus, this storm is most definitely centralized, almost due east of you.
Is it coming our way? Is it coming our way?
Hard to say. Did you want to do a nature check to see if you could determine that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Cool. Nice.
It most certainly does appear to be moving to the west, towards you, as the sky becomes darker and darker.
Can I I'm just having a look at my call lightning. Just having a look at my call lightning spell. See if I can make it avoid us. To make it avoid us.
It's pretty far away still. It's like many, many miles and on the horizon to the east. But it's almost due east of you.
Can I check? Does Ia have? Can I check? Does Ia have yet? Tiny hut yet? Does she have that? Does she have that?
No, I don't have that, unfortunately. I don't have that, unfortunately. Sounds great.
Oh, what happened?
Sounds great.
That's the second time. That's really weird. Like, it just moves. I do a thing and it just, like, you guys just move. Anyway, that's okay. Cool.
Okay.
What's this tiny hut you're talking about? What's this tiny hut you're talking about?
I have heard rumours. That bards can create. Of things that bards can create. So just checking.
I can create the music of angels.
What else you got? What else you got?
Not much. Not much. Sarcastic comments. That's what I've got. That's what I've got.
That's a skill set. That's a skill set. Sarcasm.
Exactly.
Shall we work out watch for the night so that some of us can get a long rest? So that some of us can get a long rest. Absolutely. Fisk and I have absolutely shut sleep. And need to sleep.
Yep.
How are we going to do the watch? So
what? I will go first. I will go first.
Okay, so Ian and Esmeralda first.
Yeah. See, Duncan's so good at making friends.
And then, so if we're dividing the night up, if we go down early, so what's that? 8 to probably 5, 6, 10 hours. 10 hours. So maybe we just 5 hours. How are we going to do this? 5 hours. How are we going to do this? An uneven number.
The first watch, I slept right through last time.
Oh, okay. So if you do, you're saying you do first watch on your own, and then we'll pair up.
Happy to do that.
Hopefully nothing happens in the 5 hours. So towards midnight, 1 o'clock. And then Ian, Esmeralda, and me take the last watch.
Were you and Fisk both feeling tired? Though?
Exhausted. We're at one level of exhaustion. So we need to sleep.
Oh, so maybe by then you won't.
Yeah, exactly. By the time we come round to our turn, we could have some solid sleep. Behind us, right?
If you both get really exhausted, wake me up again. Try to do it on your own. Don't try to do it on your own.
Okay, thanks. So Dunk, how's that?
Yeah, in terms of your plan, once you've got it, I was just reading some stuff, but just run it past me again when you're ready.
Wolfram's going to take the first watch, then Esmeralda will take second, and Fisk and Starfire will take third watch.
And so is everyone getting a good solid straight 6 hours in that model?
That's what we're trying to work out between us. So if we go down quite early, I think we do get 6 hours. I think it's that middle bit with Ireena and Esmeralda. Does that feel about right?
Are you sending me something, or sorry?
Sorry. Do you want me to put it in chat?
Yeah, that'd be great. I guess the bottom line is I just need to know whether anyone isn't getting a long rest. That's all.
I think we all will.
We're going to hit the hay early, so we have long periods.
Yeah.
And hopefully nothing evil comes after us till at least we've all had a good rest.
We can wish.
We can hope.
Just give me a couple of secs.
Not if it means you're pulling werewolves up. Or swearwolves.
Werewolves.
Yeah. Very cool.
All right, so as the night wears on, at about midnight, you begin to feel something is closing in on you.
Is it coming
from the east, as the storm itself has settled in on top of you?
That's good. So close to midnight?
Pretty much close to midnight, as we now come to rolling initiative.
Dun, da, da, dun, da, da, dun.
So I'm guessing Wolfrill's going to wake us up.
Yes. I hear the howling approaching.
So by that age, we're only 5 hours asleep, right?
That's right.
So we're not long rested.
That's correct.
Bugger.
That sucks.
You couldn't wait for another hour, could you?
No.
Sorry.
Okay, so sorry, I'm just clearing. I just cleared all turns, so please just start again with your initiative. That was my fault. I apologise for that.
It's okay. If that works. See the exhaustion showing already. So Fisk is doing what? Oh, nice.
All 20. Initiative for a change.
You're doing well today. Your algorithm's working very well.
I rolled so badly last time.
And someone, I'll add Esmeralda to the turn, and she gets a 7 and a 9. Esmeralda rolled 9.
Excuse me. Still better than mine.
Okay, at this stage there are a number of direwolves advancing rapidly from the east, coming towards you. Fisk.
I am fire my bow at that one.
Okay, can you see it? Do you have?
It's 50 feet away. I've got dark vision.
So 60 foot. Then go, go, go.
Yeah.
Go, 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 go.
Fisk. That's a strike for 8 hit points damage.
Yay, yay.
Okay. I will. It's 50 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and bites at you, Starfire. For 17. And taking 10 piercing damage, and you must now do a strength saving throw or be knocked onto your ass.
Sorry, for 10 piercing.
Yep.
And sorry, you're after a dex saving throw?
Strength saving throw.
Okay.
And you are now prone, so can you knock yourself... how do I do that? Ah, here, hang on. You are prone. I'm just going to put a little spanner on you to remind me. Okay, Ia! You see a direwolf fly out of the fog and launch itself onto Starfire, knocking her on the ass, biting into her bosom. What are you
I'm not on the turn order for some reason. I'm not on the turn order.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, quick, add yourself.
I've just turned on prone, Duncan.
Have you added it? So, click on yourself. Make sure you click on yourself, on your token, and then roll initiative.
I did do that.
What did you roll? Do you know?
I rolled a 20. A
20. So that's a like total of 20?
A total of 20.
Okay.
With my plus
so,
0.
I'm going to let you go now before Ia.
Okay. I'm going to lightning bolt, cast and lightning bolt, try to use the storm. And I'm going to try to use the storm to get extra damage. And I'm going to be centering it. These guys that I think I'll go for these guys that I can see out here.
Yep.
I'll go
so
out.
each square is 5 feet.
So shape of the cylinder is 10 feet tall with 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius. So I'm going to sort of go into this pack, and I'll cast.
Yeah, so it's still only 5 feet. You've still got to choose
this one. This one.
Okay, so basically this one here and this one here must do dexterity saving throws. Okay, the first one, what's your DC save? 16. So first one is saved, and then the second one is not saved. So what's the second one take?
The second one
takes 21 damage, is that right?
I think that's right.
21 lightning damage. Cracks of lightning fizzle, and one of the direwolves lights up, screaming into the darkness. As Ia, it's now your turn with your hooded beanie on your head, whatever's going on with your screen.
Just gets in the way of my second monitor. I'm gonna move my. I have to move forward towards this wall and strike it with my mace.
Okay, well, that's always handy.
The
Mace of Terror! What does the Mace of Terror do? So that's a 6. So that's like really... Oh no, there we go. So what's that? An 18 to hit with 6 bludgeoning damage. And what else does it do? Anything cool that I need to be recalled upon?
It has three charges while holding it. You can use an action and expend one charge to release a wave of terror. Each creature of your choice in a 30-foot radius extending from you must succeed on a DC 15 wisdom saving throw will become frightened by you for 1 minute.
Okay, cool. So you didn't do that. You just whacked it. So that's an action. So next time you can do that if you let me know. That's cool.
Okay.
Cool.
But I can take my second action.
Oh, have you got 2 actions?
Yes, I do.
Right. So what are you going to do?
Well, it's going to have to be scared of me now, isn't it?
Right. So what's the DC?
15.
On what? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Oh! It is scared. Oh.
Scared. So then
It will have to run away.
It has to run away. Yeah.
Yep. So it's just that one?
Yeah, because the
10,
others
15,
are too
20,
far
25,
away.
30. Yeah, correct. Okay. All right. So I'll just make that one. I'll go. It's. I'm gonna put a little love heart around it, saying it's scared. Okay. Esmeralda. Who wants to control what Esmeralda does?
Don't mind.
Anyone?
She's gonna strike it, but in terms of her character sheet, have we all got access to that?
Not yet, but I will. I'll bring that up for you, Esmeralda. So, Esmeralda can silvered short sword, hand axe, or rapier, and she makes 3 attacks.
Yep.
Two with a rapier and 1 with her hand axe. So, what would you like her to do?
All of that.
Okay. Okay.
It's not order.
So what's she gonna? She gonna move to one that she's scared.
She's gonna move to the direwolf that's scared.
Okay, right. So rapier.
This one.
Rapier and hand axe. Hit, miss. So 25 damage to it. She goes forwards and whacks into it like a motherfucker. It's still cracking though, but she chomps it up pretty goodly. Starfire, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm prone, but on the ground I can still use stuff. I think it just means I've turned on the prone, so I think it's a disadvantage.
Yep, correct.
Is that right? So the beast is still close to me, right? So
yep.
I will radiant sunbolt it from the ground. Up close and personal.
Okay, so that's a 6 to hit.
Man.
Yeah, that kind of misses. That's a bit shit. Anything else you got up your sleeve?
I don't think I get 2 attacks.
Don't think so either. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Just to show that, but this one doesn't.
Okay, this one comes up and is like munching on to Esmeralda, and it's doing a bite, and it misses. Next one. Runs on up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Comes in again on the side of Esmeralda. Oh, hits. She takes 8 hit points damage.
Okay.
And she needs to do a strength saving throw.
You just reminded me I need to take 10 off mine.
And she fails it. And she's not prone. Yeah. Boom. Okay, next direwolf.
It's only you're only prone for that one round, right? So in theory I should be up again?
No, it's still the same round.
Well, once we get
to
next.
Yeah, once we get, but the direwolf's coming. 14, does that get you?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, armor class 14.
That's awesome. So you take another 9 piercing damage as another direwolf comes up and like munches into you. And at this point now, we are back to the beginning, and it's Wolfrul's turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to bring my lightning attack more into this area here. Coming in behind these walls, because I don't want to get too close to Starfire in here.
So the first one is a 9, which is a fail. So can you do your lightning attack?
Yep.
And then
I
the
think
second
I
one.
forgot. I forgot to roll my 1d10 for the actual storm being here. Can I control that too?
No, you can't. So that completely frazzles this one here. So it is 100% dead, and this one here is also dead. So lightning strikes down, disintegrating into small, furry, like crispy, sort of like a well-done pork chop. Fisk, it's your go.
Yeah.
2 lightning flashes explode in front of you, and the direwolves collapse.
I am firing at one there.
You're going to be at disadvantage because you've got a whole heap of bush in between you and it.
That one?
Yep, you get that one okay.
Yeah.
And you get
I get
sneak
attack. Yeah.
Boom! So that's like 33 damage. That's pretty impressive. Boom! It squawks, it squeals, it like comes up, the arrow's stuck in its chest, and it begins to swipe back down towards Esmeralda. Bum, bum, bum. Ia, it's your turn.
I move. Let's see. So I move towards up here next to AZ, and then I
whack it with your hitting stick. Whack.
No, I want this. I cast Blade Ward for my first action, and then for my second action, I smack it with my blood spear. That one. Sorry, I clicked the wrong one.
You have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks. Excellent, that's handy. Okay, blood spear, you miss. Hang on, what's the 17? What are you doing there? Are you doing it twice?
I don't know. I don't understand which one I click because when I click it, that's the first one that comes up.
Click the second one. So I think you actually hit the green dice thing. Is that right? That does everything. It does the thing and the damage. But yeah, you kind of miss. So that's a bit shit anyway. Have you got anything else happening? Because otherwise...
those are my two actions.
Yeah, right. Okay. This direwolf here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Are you still prone? Or are you up now, Rare? Because
I'm up now.
Yeah, okay, so he like races in and strikes you for 19 for 12 damage, and I need you to do another strength saving throw.
Hang on. Okay. Strength savings. How's that not open? Come on, lucky dice.
Ah, fantastic. And also, don't forget you take 12 piercing damage as it munches into you. Esmeralda is going to now. Which one do you want to attack? There's 3 options. There's up, right, or down. What are we doing, guys? Someone tell me.
Yeah. Rapier, hand axe, the usual multi-attack. She's awesome.
Which one is she attacking?
That one.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that one.
That one, okay.
The Z. Nice Zorro kind of moment.
Nice Zorro.
Yeah, backwards Zorro.
It's like Putski. Boom, bang, she's on fire. Okay. Direwolf is dead. Starfire.
Hang on. I'm still trying to
back that jumps on you, it bites into you, but you push it back and you now do what?
So I'm going to expend some key points and actually have two attacks. Yeah, sorry.
Baby.
I know. It's a bit tough, isn't it? Sorry, I was just trying to look at my attacks because I can take. Just to remind you, where is it? My bonus actions are searing arc strike. So immediately after I take an attack, I can then spend 2 key points to cast my burning hand spell. So my first attack is with my short sword on the direwolf that's been biting me.
You miss.
And then my next attack is burning hands.
Use the other one, yeah. So whatever you're pushing and it just gives you the 13, use the other bit. So I'm pretty certain it's like a little green dice. If you hit that, it does the whole lot. Yeah.
I don't see green dice.
Okay.
When you click it, does it come up on the side like it pops up with description and everything? And then at the top beyond 20, click that red button.
The cast on BTT, that one.
The one above it, the beyond 20.
Okay, so hang on. So what are you doing? Burning hands then?
No, I don't.
So
I don't have that. Sorry.
So if you do that in short sword, it should work. That's what mine's been doing as well.
So do I need to do? So you're doing burning hands, and I need a 15 dexterity save. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
So I fail. Yep. So I fail. So how much damage do I take? I take your first one, which was 5 hit points damage. Okay. Cool.
Fuck all, really.
Yep. Okay. Direwolf. This one is attacking now. Ear.
On my key points.
And 17.
Yeah, hits.
Yep, 9 piercing damage. Strength saving throw, please. You're no longer prone, so remove that from you. You are knocked onto your ass. You are prone. So set that condition down. That is like a boobski. That one's dead. Wolfroll, back to you.
Okay. Lightning. I'm going to come in on this one. See that?
What are you doing?
This one. Oh,
I can't see anything.
I just can't get it to display. Sorry.
There's the one up the top or one at the bottom? There's only 2
one
left.
One at the top.
Okay. Yeah. So lightning. So it needs a dexterity saving throw. Is that right?
Yes.
I think you're 16, so it fails. How much damage does it take? 15 plus 6. 21. A boom of explosion as lightning flashes down, smacking into. Hang on. Right, into it. Boom. Okay, Fisky, what are you doing?
I'll take a shot at the one at the bottom. Will that be a disadvantage?
Yep, disadvantage through the trees. Don't hit ear. Or Esmeralda.
Fighting me.
Oh, you hit for a massive 34 damage. You pull that one out, buddy. Look at that. Boom, into its chest. Cracker. Ear, what are you going to do? You're down prone.
So can I still attack, or I don't understand what that means.
Okay, prone you can attack with disadvantage.
Okay. All good, then I will attack with one action with my longsword. I'll do it twice with disadvantage. And my second attack with my blood spear, which are the ones the worst.
Right, so hang on. So what are you doing? So long swording it?
Mm-hmm.
Which one? Mm-hmm. The one that's on top of you? Yep. So you long sword it for 20, in which case then you now kill it. So, okay. The last direwolf is now turning towards you, Starfire. Again, it bites into you.
Can I cast Lucky and dodge it? Please dodge.
For 21, so 14 piercing damage, and I need you to do a strength saving throw. Unless you're doing something special. You are knocked down, but it is like bit right into your chest.
So how much damage was that? Sorry?
14. Esmeralda, what's Esmeralda do? She gonna chop the choopity choop choop? 3 attacks.
Chop chains.
Boom, boom, and a hand axe. Boom, 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 boom. Misses, hits for 10, hits for 14. So 14, and she chops it to small pieces. Boom, and it is now dead.
Sorry, and I took 14 of damage, didn't I?
Yeah. And with that, all the 5 direwolves are dead, having been smashed. Your night is disrupted. Unless you're going to sleep past dawn, you will not be long rested. You have many decisions to make. What is it that you wish to do now?
I think we're going to long rest.
We could sleep past dawn.
Yeah. I'm going to try and cast Cure Wounds on myself. Only 6. However. I know that we're still going to get attacked.
I can cast Healing Word.
Yeah. Do we think we're going to get a long rest?
What would you say the time is now done?
Sorry, say again.
What would you say the time?
It's midnight. It's midnight, basically.
Okay.
I'd say if we sleep past dawn, should be fine.
Yeah. So you should be able to, like, I'll let you basically, but if anyone is on watch who hasn't already had a long 6-hour rest, they won't get it. So.
That's all right. I'll stay on watch longer. I had a long rest last night.
And you're no longer prone. So, alrighty. Okay, guys, that's where we're going to leave it tonight, as you are all now hustled and bustled, neatly falling asleep against
nice
this part of the lake. Direwolves surrounding you. The storm now almost centered directly above you. It seems to have now stopped, as if it is hunting you.
I tell ya.
The storm is hunting us.
Something's hunting you. Do you recall what was said to you?
Yeah, the hunt will begin.
We'll get to come to the wedding if we survive the hunt.
That's nice to be invited. Plan to survive.
Yeah.
So that we can house down. Okay. So we are. So just take note. So for you won't be long rested, or will we just sleep the next day? So everybody has a long rest.
I might not be long rested, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it depends on what happens in the rest of the night.
So true.
Okay.
So we leave Wolfrall for a bit longer, and then Esmeralda and Ia will take over. And Fisk and I just basically get a long rest in.
Yep.
And then hopefully everybody will. So I'm just going to write down some notes so we remember. Actually, Fisk, you do very well standing back and not getting bitten. Generally, don't you?
Yes, I do. That was very well.
Those long range weapons.
Yeah.
Do you like this?
Okay. We can do that. Cool. Well, thanks for the game. That was fun.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Good week. Thanks, Dunk.
No worries. See you in 2 weeks, where I guess you're going to continue trekking across the lands of Barovia and all the perils that are contained within.
Yeah.
We will.
Right.
I'm sure there are more wolves in our future.
Awesome. Thank you.
So can I just ask, where are you actually intending to go?
Richton's Tower.
Oh, you're heading to Van Richten's Tower. Okay, not to the Dusk Elves. All right. Okay.
Well,
Thanks.
I can't remember where the Dusk Elves are. Unless somebody draws something on a map. It would be good to.
Well, Vasily did tell you.
Yeah,
You asked him.
Yeah, they were southwest
of Valakai.
He said that they were too close. Because we said we'd go there, and then he said I wouldn't go there. It's too close to Buckterholt.
Yeah, but we kind of need to tell them because we're going to go with them to retrieve the Sun Sword, right?
Where were we meeting them?
In Valakai.
No, that's not happening. No, it's
I
mean,
not.
if we really had to, I guess we could send old mate Sneaky to run up and give him a little quick message. But I wouldn't. I don't know.
Well, we can't face the Vistani since we did have a bit of a falling out with the Vistani. So just try and sneak back in to talk to the girls at any rate.
They might remember that one, I think.
Yeah, but they were heading that way, weren't they? To the temple. So maybe we just meet them on the road. We make our own way.
Yeah.
Maybe it's better. We just try and go for the Amber. Sorry, the Amber Doors. Is it the Amber Temple? Is it the Amber Temple? To go look for what it's called. Yeah.
So we're going to cross the river at some point. We're not that far from Argenvostold.
Yeah.
Not that far from the ruins of Berens.
I don't remember anything being said about the ruins of Beres. Wasn't somebody setting up shop near there though?
You might recall that the Wizards of the Wines family mentioned the ruins of Beres.
Yeah, but they mentioned somebody setting up like a shop there, right?
Was it Krezik?
Oh, maybe it was at Krezik. Yeah. I don't remember anything about the ruins then.
I thought the ruins of Beres. Was it something to do with the witch? What was her name?
You mean Baba Yaga? I thought she was in the
Swamp. I think that is Swamp.
Maybe. Where's my Google? Trying to look at my Google of Barovia again. Look at the map of Barovia again. So if we've come down and around the Luna River, we'd cross north of the ruins of Beres and then come up near Argenvostold, right? So the Dust Girls will be somewhere north of Argan. Dust Girls will be somewhere north of Argan Bosselt.
They're not in that. They're not in that. They weren't on that clearing. They weren't on that clearing beside the river, were they? Beside the river, were they?
Remember?
I think they were up closer to the road. I think they were up closer to the road.
Just trying to find. So we had. So the action log. Casimir and the Amber Temple. Dusk Girls in 4 days. I think we just probably head towards the Amber Temple to retrieve the Sun Sword. So I can close the action on Protect Ireena, right?
Yeah, she's done.
She's done.
What if she's changed her mind by the wedding? What if she's changed her mind by the wedding?
Problem. Not an us problem. We're not getting paid enough to deal with that.
Yeah.
That's an angry Strahd problem.
I'll close some of these Ireena. I'm going to close the remove curse of lycanthropy from Cage because that's done.
Succeeded.
Is it?
Well, he's dead.
So. Unless he comes back fairly soon.
He staked him out.
It must be Vasily who staked him out.
He's probably just checking. Just checking.
But how did he get there? There's no road. There's no road there.
Maybe he can fly.
That is really weird. That's really weird. That is really weird.
I know it is really weird.
It's going to appear again tomorrow. Somewhere else.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, do we just make our way to the Amber Temple? And hopefully the Dust Girls will meet them on the way when they know there's been a problem when they ask for us at Valakai, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
So maybe Van Richten doesn't know we're heading towards this tower, so maybe it's best we just head towards the temple to get the sword. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Burn, would you agree? Head towards the temple to get the sword rather than Van Richten's tower.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Just gonna write that into the notes so we don't forget. It'll take something off the action list, right? We might feel good once we have the sword. Bit worried though. I still feel like Vasily could be Strahd. But then he wouldn't leave Ireena, would he? With that narcissistic concubine.
Angry. You would think concubines. She's going to have to get used to them one day.
Yeah.
You would think so, but he. It's weird. Very weird. It's weird.
It is.
Weird.
Part of me still thinks Lord Vasily is Strahd. Just playing with us.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
It's all very odd. Somebody's
got to be a shapeshifter given what we had in the room. With me thinking it was Cage attacking me. That could have been Strahd. It might not have been an Anastasia or a Liv Miller shapeshifting. Could have been Strahd, given he said it did amuse him. And if he is just playing with us, then I still think Vasily and Strahd are the same. Just seems weird because there's no way he caught the return carriage back, right? Because the carriage didn't move after it dropped us. It didn't just wander empty back to Vakhtahol, pick up Vasily, and then come back, right?
No, it seems really strange. It seems really strange that he was in it. Like it's not like a service that goes back and forwards every day. Is it? Goes back and forwards every day. Is it?
So unless the coach had made some return journey for whatever reason unknown to us, there's no way. Which is why I think it has to be someone in that. Which is why I think it has to be someone in that castle.
For sure, castle. For sure, castle. Uber, medieval, Dungeons and Dragons. Medieval, Dungeons and Dragons. Anyway, we'll see you. Guys.
Yeah, let you guys get to bed. Yeah, let you guys get to bed. Everybody, have a good week, everybody. See you soon.
Yeah, you too.
Bye. See you soon.